We're Angelo and Ylsa. After the government forced our theater in Western New York to close, and with no clear view of when we'd be able to fully reopen, we moved our family into a 15-year-old shuttle bus and made it our tiny off-grid home on wheels. If you want to join us on our adventures, hop aboard by subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss a thing.
What I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna let this cool off a little, and I'm gonna focus on fixing that tow haul button.
Okay.
Because if, like I said, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. If for some reason I'm not able to get you guys 100% lined up,
At least having the tow haul button,
I know that tow haul button is gonna help the engine run a little smoother.
Yeah.
If I am not able to help you guys out, I am very confident that that's where my problem is, in that VGT disc.
Okay.
So if I am not able to help you guys and you have to leave here, at some point you guys will have to have that fixed. Yeah. I do not see you guys getting all the way to New York limping.
Yeah.
If you guys do talk with another place, I've never done this. I'm getting chills and everything. I've never done this, but if I'm not able to fix this for you guys, and you have to talk to another mechanic, please do not let them go around poking their head here, poking their head there. If they are not willing to look into that turbo, then don't waste your time with them, because then it's just going to rise up. Okay? But I'm very confident that's where our issue is. I'm going to try to put my machine on there, read it again, try a programming. I'm going to fix that button because that button is my backup. Okay?
Okay.
Right.
Can you give us something with like the stuff that's been done and like what you think needs to be done?
Yes.
This
Like
way we can like show that to a mechanic and say this is.
I'll have Camo write up
Okay.
on like the receipt or whatever. We'll put they call them tech notes or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that way you guys can go, look, I've already been through this, blah blah. Look here.
Yeah.
This is what they checked. This is what they did, and this is where we're suspecting we're at.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
So I will change seats with you because I've got to pop that cover off.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll go for a ride and see what it says. I'm not going to put the machine on it.
Can you hear me?
Simply because I've already seen it's doing everything it's supposed to. I am that confident, like I tell you, that if there is anything going on, it's going to be in the veins of the turbo. Not necessarily a completely shot turbo, but a portion of the turbo isn't going to be operating proper. I was hoping it would have been a sensor or something.
Where am I supposed to turn now?
Then we got to go way up by the light.
I still can't remember because I'm not operating at full capacity right now. I think my engine needs to be reworked now.
Yeah, I think you guys need a good hot meal.
I want to like go to a restaurant and a hotel now. Like I don't even want to sleep in the bus. Like I'm afraid now to sleep in the bus unless we're out in the wilderness. Still the same.
Still?
Yeah.
We are going to have an issue in our veins, but let's go up the hill and let's give it a little hard. If it wants to go, let's go.
I mean, it's a little bit. I mean, I'm accelerating. I'm not decelerating.
Let's go though. Let's keep going the way we're going.
Hard?
Don't hit it hard, but let's go the way we're going. Let's gradually give it a little harder, a little harder. The de-soot stuff needs to get pushed out with heat and pressure, right?
Okay.
So it could gradually clear up. That's why I'm saying give it a little.
It's still speeding up. I mean, this guy's gonna be like, "Why are you speeding?" Don't worry, Grandma's.
Okay, this is a
Is
copper.
this a cop?
Yeah,
Gosh
this is a
darn
cop.
it! Please no more
That's
cops
all right.
today.
We're on our test drive. That's all
Yeah,
right.
but I can't take it.
So
It's not even a cop. It's something else.
It's Forest Service or something.
Turn around. I can't even do it.
When we go down the hill, I want you to let off the throttle the way we're coasting here. Now we're going down the hill, and push the tow haul button. See if we feel it
On
downshift.
the way down.
Yes.
I'm gonna be so like anxious anytime we see an officer.
especially in New Mexico.
I want to get out of New Mexico. All right, when do I do this?
When we're down the hill, let's go up.
To just coast, like let off?
Go ahead and you can go a little faster or whatever.
I don't want to go a little bit. Okay. Now?
Past that 35 mile per hour sign.
Okay.
Go in and let off your throttle.
Now do it?
Yeah, push that button and see what you feel.
Yeah.
Felt it? I seen the shift, the RPMs.
Yep.
Let us know that it worked.
Okay. Now would that be bad to use when we're going down big hills too? Because I always get nervous about my brakes as
No,
well.
that's exactly what you want to do with it, is use it so that it slows, it uses the braking power of the engine
Yeah.
to slow the truck.
Well, that's what I did when we were coming down the mountains. I just would downshift.
Or like,
I
let's
just
say,
manually downshift.
let's say you're going to be coming up to a hill.
So turn up?
Yeah, you go ahead. Let's say you're going to be coming up to a hill at the base of the hill. Not right when you're starting the hill, because then you don't get no power benefit.
Okay.
But right before you get to the base of the hill, push your overdrive button, it'll downshift, and now that you hit the hill, you should stay with that same speed, that same momentum.
Okay.
You may fire a little more throttle or whatever, but you should lose no power. It should stay.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say, oh, you're gonna, once you do that, you're gonna get all kinds of power and climb the hill. No, but you should not lose your power, and you should still be able to get up the hill with reasonable speed.
Did you record some of that?
Yes.
I looked into the turbo.
Mostly just audio, so we don't forget.
The front of the turbo, the impeller wheel,
Yeah.
looks immaculate.
Okay.
It's clean. I did not get to inspect the rear part of the turbo at the exhaust. I couldn't get that part off. I think it's because the exhaust pipe itself is kind of hanging. You guys had a strap holding it up at the back. So,
because it fell down.
yes, so that weight is transferring all the way over here. When I try to remove the pipe, it don't let me remove the exhaust pipe.
Okay.
So I wasn't able to go in and inspect the back.
Okay.
I can tighten that strap and make it higher if that helps.
It's the weight itself that keeps it. Well, what I have to do
Okay.
is I'd have to put a couple of jacks underneath it, support it with some jacks, and then be able to move it. I did inspect. I took off one of the EGR block-off plates. I took that off.
Okay.
Remember, I was showing you my hand. My whole hand
Yeah.
is all full of soot. So I know it does have a fair amount of contamination. When I did the de-suck procedure, a lot of times when you do that, you will see, remember I went and checked the exhaust pipe, I told you yours is clean. You will see a lot of residue there. Have you ever seen, like, when you burn plastic and the little black smoke goes up?
Yeah.
When you do a de-suck procedure, you'll see that stuff come out of the exhaust.
We didn't?
I didn't see much come out of ours.
Okay.
That would tell me that either I have a lot of contamination in there, or that I did my de-suck and there's not much contamination. That would point more towards a mechanical problem with that vanes. It's a disc.
With the disc, yeah. So
yes.
what is this? What you could write down for us, so we know that we need to do that?
Yes,
I mean, in a report or some kind of thing.
Yes, I will have camera light upstairs.
Okay.
So you see those little lines there?
Yes.
Those little lines are what get plugged.
Okay.
You see this circle here? The sensor I talked about earlier has a little rod that pushes up against that, and all it does is keep it from in and out. In and out is literally that much motion.
Okay.
So what I think is going on with us now, when our vehicle runs good, I believe that this is, I didn't think we had restriction, okay? It's very possible that we don't have restriction, that we have a worn out vanes disc, okay? Where we're going to be worn out, I am pretty sure is here, where the actuator hits it, and when we get, depending on how we're driving the vehicle, that disc gets set in the right spot, a sweet spot basically, and it operates fine. And then at some point after we use it to get our power from it, it resets, and at that point, that's when it'll give us our issue.
Okay.
That's what I think is causing issues for us. It is being offered for $139, okay?
Yeah.
If you buy it at a dealer, you'll probably pay a little more.
Yeah.
But it is not too expensive of a part.
It's gonna be the labor that'll get us on that, won't it?
Yeah, because it's about 4 hours to pull it off. It's the same amount of work and just about the same procedure as it is to pull it off and clean it as it is to install a new vanes disc.
All right. I'm just writing that down.
So that's why we didn't do this morning, because we would have to take your turbo off, split it apart, and if there's no contamination in here, it's going to be on this side here.
Okay. Is that the vein? Is that the disc right there?
Yes, it's
Okay.
it's inside the turbo here, inside the turbo housing, and then there's another one that goes actually on the turbo itself. What I would recommend is, since you guys have had such a bad experience here, what I would recommend is, I would recommend, well, if you're on the road or whatever, start Googling some local shops. You do want to take it to a diesel shop. If you take it to a diesel shop and explain to them and show them the paper I'm going to give you, they'll know exactly what to do. And I personally don't see a problem with the turbo other than the vanes. So I would recommend a rebuild and not a complete turbo.
Okay.
What I would do, like I say, is I would drive it. It's running better than what it was before. So if you guys feel you have to leave, well then drive. Take care of the vehicle. Of course, don't abuse, but drive it. And while you're driving it, it may clear up a little bit, like I was saying. If it is blockage and not being worn out, it may clear up. From here to Santa Fe, that heat and the amount of time that that we can run it here to desut, but when you're driving, it's pushing a little more vacuum, so it'll push more stuff through.
Okay.
So I would drive it. Again, like I said, depending on how the vehicle is running and how you guys feel about it. At that point is when, if you feel uncomfortable, start looking for a shop. Don't just go to a shop. Go park at Walmart or something, and you guys have lunch. Google these bastards. Check their reviews to see who's got the best reviews for dealing with your guys' issue.
Yeah.
How do we wind up here?
They were the first ones to answer the phone.
So we wound up here.
Yeah.
So
Nobody else was answering the phone. We were like stuck.
We were in Taos looking for a place. Nobody could see us for like 45 days.
Wow.
We found a diesel shop that was recommended.
Taos has badass mechanics.
And the guy,
Period.
they're
Yeah,
like,
and they
we're
said
busy
that everyone
for-
recommended them, said they were great, but they were all like, "Yeah, we can get you in next month."
I am truly sorry you guys had to go through this experience.
Thanks.
And I am really regretful that I was not able to get your vehicle 100% in par.
So I think we're on a
I
better
think
track now.
other
Elizabeth's calling.
circumstances-
I should
okay.
probably answer
Okay,
it.
so let's
It
give it a
would've been,
couple of,
and-
about 2 minutes so that the oil goes down, and I will check it. And I'll give it one last look over, make sure there's nothing.
Tire pressure?
Tire pressure,
Pressure
exactly.
tire.
So I will check your pressure, and then we'll go from there.
And these two are passed out after the events of the day.
Yeah.
These two are going about being normal teenagers.
Aries, you're on the YouTube channel. Say hi. You're on the YouTube channel. Say hi.
What do you mean?
Say hi to YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
Aries says hi.
Hi, Aries.
YouTube
So,
says hi.
YouTube, they're holding me hostage.
there's the sleeping babies.
Wow. No.
Let's not talk about that after today's events. Okay. Goodbye.